Hi everyone. Let's see one more type of question in Banker's algorithm, which are generally asked in GATE exams. This type of question is here the processes are given and the resources are given. But in the previous video, we see that we have given allocation table and we have given request table. But here request table is not given. Here given is maximum need and future need. Okay, so maximum need means at the initial phase or at the starting phase, total 4 instance of resource R0, 1 instance of resource R1 and 2 instance of resource R2 is taken by process P0 or is supposed to be taken by process P0 to complete their execution, but it is not given yet. And at the currently 1 instance of resource R0 and 2 instance of resource R2 is given to process P0 from this total requirement. And what it requires now? It requires, if you subtract this 4 minus 1, which is 3. Further, it needed 3 instance of resource R0 and 1 minus 0. Further, it needed 1 instance of resource R1 and 2 minus 2. It does not need any instance of resource R2. Got it? Let's see next process. Total requirement of process P1 is 151, but currently we are allocating it as 031. Then further what it will need? Further it will need 120. How? If you subtract 1 minus 0 is 1, 5 minus 3 is 2 and 1 minus 1 is 0. Similarly, process P2 total requirement is 123. It is maximum need, total requirement, and currently we are giving it as 102. Then how many require? Further it needed 0. If you subtract it, 1 minus 1 is 0, then 2 minus 0 is 2 and 3 minus 2 is 1. 0 to 1 further it needed. Now the question is, if we are given the availability of process resources are 220, so currently new availability will be 220, and we are not given the total available resources. We are only given the new availability. Currently we are given as 2, 2 and 0. And process P0, or let's say process P1 or process P2, any other process which are trying to request the resources in some order. Let's say here order is 0, 1 and 0. Can this request is fulfilled? And after, if we fulfill the request, whether it leads to a safe state or not. So just try to check whether this particular request leads to a safe state or not. How we can check the safe state? Just try to allocate these resources. So here, if we check maximum need of process P0, the maximum need is 412. Currently it will given as 102, and further it needed 310. So it will need let's say we allocate 0, 1, 0. So if we allocate 1 instance of resource R1, then it will not needed further any instance of resource R. So here 1 minus 1 is 0. So at future it does not require instance of resource R1, but it requires 3 instance of resource R3. And if you allocate, so new allocation of P0 will be, currently the numbers are 102 and 1, or you will given to the process 1 instance of resource R1 is given to the process P0. So it is 1 plus 0 is 1 and 2 plus 0 is 2. So 112 is given. Okay, and here also the further need is 300 and 1 is subtracted from this. So here it is 1. Now the new availability of resources are 210. Can we fulfill the request of any other process by using the new available resources 210? If you check, it requires 3. Here it is new available is 2, so we cannot fulfill the process P0 request. Here it is given as 120, here 210. So here it needed 2, but we have only 1 as resource R1 given. and here it is needed 0 to 1. Here it is 2 1 0. So it is 2 instance of resource R1 is given needed, but we have only 1 instance of resource R1 as left. So we cannot fulfill the request of any of the 3 available process. That means the request P0 is leads to unsafe state, or it will not be allocated by operating system, okay, due to unsafe state. Got it? So can we so this question is completed. Now apart from this particular numerical, can you find the safe state of this particular given processes? So you just try to exercise it, okay. I will just give you the answer. What is the safe state here? The safe state will be P1, P2 and P0. So the request will be followed by, first it will given to process P1, then after it will given to process P2, and then after it will given to process P0. You just compute the numerical, or you just solve this numerical. You will find that the safe state will be P1, P2 and P0. Okay. So in the next video, we will see the last strategy for handling deadlock problem, which is deadlock detection and recovery.